Hello students, today we are going to study chapter number 15 of social science. The name of the chapter is government. In this chapter we are going to study different topics, but before that tell me what is government. You all have heard this word many times in different places, but can you know what is government? Government is the group of people who rule or control a country. Or in other words, we can say the activity or method of controlling a country. That means जो मेथड, ऐसा मेथड जिससे कि पूरे देश को कंट्रोल किया जाता है, उस पर शासन किया जाता है, रूल किया जाता है, एंड जिसका गवर्नमेंट का हिंदी में हम बोलते हैं सरकार. यू ऑल हैव हर्ड दीज वर्ड सरकार, गवर्नमेंट at different places, in newspapers, in news, etc. But how this government works and what are the types of governments, all this we are going to study in this chapter. Our topics are introduction, our country, our government, types of government, democratic government, communist government, monarchy, the values of democracy, and the government and laws. All these are the topics which we are going to discuss in this chapter. So let's start with the introduction first. Our country India is the largest democracy in the world. Elders do the administration and management of the home. Similarly, the administration of a country is done by the government. We hear the word government in daily newspapers, television, or in conversation. Government is needed to run the administration of the nation and to take decisions. Government works in the planned way for the development of the country, keeping constitution in mind for nation, reformation and implementation is done by the government. The government of our country is elected through voting by people. Next is types of government. Our country has democratic system of governance. All the countries in the world do not have democratic system. So let's understand the types of government found in the various system operating in countries around the world. Now, as I already told you that we have democratic system in our country. That means we have democratic government. But in the world, all the countries do not have democratic system. So now let's understand the various types of governments. So there are three types of governments: democratic government, communist government, and monarchy. So let's understand each one of them in detail. Let's start with the democratic government first. In this system of government, people elect their representative through voting. Now, in democratic system, people of the country elect their representative through voting. Then, the government is formed by the winning candidates. Then, the candidates who win the election, they form the government. Then government functions keeping the public in the center in the democracy. Local government, state government and central government are formed through the election. Now, the main function of democratic government is they keep the public in the center instead of ruler. Then local government, state government and central government, all the governments, all the various levels are formed through the election only. Then in some countries, chief minister or a prime minister is elected by the elected representative in democracy. In some countries, chief minister or a prime minister is elected by the elected representative in democracy. Means those who won in the election, they elect their chief minister or prime minister in some countries. In some countries of the world, presidential democracy is seen. In India, there is a parliamentary democracy. In some countries, presidential democracy is there. But in our country, India, there is parliamentary democracy. Means when plan is made, first it is discussed by the various peoples, then it is reformed, and then it is implemented, and all these things are done by the government, but for the beneficial of people of the country. If any law has any loopholes, so by the discussing and by the voting, it can be reformed again and then implemented by the government. Okay. The government of our country is elected through voting by people. In our country, the government is elected through voting, and this voting is done by common people. Okay. Then next, you can see a picture is given. It is the picture of newspaper, and it shows various functions, decisions and advertisement of the government. Means newspaper is the source through which we can know about the functions, decisions, that how government works, or what are the decisions taken by government. Also, we can get information about these various functions of the government by these newspapers and magazines available in our surrounding. In our surrounding, newspapers or magazines are available, and we can get information through these sources also. Nowadays, we can get information by televisions also, because there are many news channels which gives the information to us. Then democracy. What do you mean by the democracy? Democracy means of the people, by the people, for the people. This is the main motto of democracy, that people elect the government by voting, or we can say people elect their representatives by voting. Then the representatives form a government and they work for the benefits of the people. Okay. Now in democratic system of governance, government holds the foremost place. Now in democratic system, government holds the foremost place, means first place is the place for government. This is the system of democracy. Our next topic is our country, our government. Now our country is a country of diversity. Ours is the largest democracy in the world with the maximum number of voters. Now you know, in previous chapter also we have studied about that unity in diversity. हमने पढ़ा था ना, विभिन्नता में एकता. Our country, India, has a diverse country. And in our country, there are different kinds of people, follow different religions, speak different languages, follow different customs, rituals, etc. and also having different economical status. Okay. So, in spite of this diversity, our country has maximum number of voters, and our country is the largest democracy in the world. Due to the vastness and diversity of the country, it is difficult to manage from one place. That's why government works at various levels to administer smoothly against some problems and difficulties. Now you all know that our country, India, has different states. How many states we have? We have 28 states and 9 union territories. Okay. So it is due to it is very vast, and also we have diversity in our country. So it is very difficult to manage, or we can say to rule from one place. So for that, what we have done? We have done that we divide the government in various levels so that the work goes smoothly, and problems and difficulties faced, less problems and difficulties faced by the government and by the people also. So that's why government works at various levels. Okay. Local self-government, state government and central government work in the democratic system of governance. Now, in our democracy, in our government, in our country, local self-government, state government and central government, all these three governments are the parts of our democratic system which works togetherly and governs our country. Now, local government. Local government takes the charge of village or city. Means local government looks after the village or city. Then state government takes the charge of entire state. State governments looks after the entire state. Central government takes the charge of entire nation. Central government looks after the entire nation. All three governments have divided their work and do their work smoothly. And because of this division, the work goes smoothly. Means each level have to do their work properly. Government is necessary at various levels. These ways of governance are very useful for information and implementation of rules. Now, government is necessary for all countries. So, and even government is necessary at various levels for formation and implementation of rules. If any law has any loopholes, or sometimes it happens that laws are not beneficial of people, common people, so we have to reform that law and implement it again. So for this, government is necessary. Then we have learnt about government and its various levels. So all these are the functions of government. We have learnt, we have seen there local government, what we have seen, that local government looks after the village or city, state government looks after the entire state, and the central government looks after the entire nation. Now, these levels are useful for development and maintenance of law and order. So, what is the main function of government? Main function of government is to develop and maintenance of law and order. Means first is to develop the country. To develop the country and to maintain law and order in our country, these levels are very useful, because our country is vast and we have diversity. So we need these levels to work smoothly so that we develop our country and also we maintain law and order in our country. And democratic system has been adopted in our country, and for this smoothness and for the benefit of people, we have adopted democracy system, because democracy means of the people, by the people and for the people. In the context of government and governance, depending on its structure, variations are seen in governance system. So, in governance system, you can see different variations, and these variations are depends on its structure. So children, Our country, India, is the largest democracy in the world. You all know about this, that our country, India, has democratic government. You might have seen at home also that elders do the administration. Elders manages the home. Elders take decisions for important events or for the future of life and for us also. Similarly, administration of a country is done by the government. Now, always you heard this word government in daily newspapers, television, or in conversation. And what is it meant? What do you mean by government? Government is the group of people who rule or control a country. Because and why government is needed? Government is needed to run the administration of the nation and to take decisions. Means to rule over the country, we need government. And we need government for what? We need government for administration of the nation and to take decisions in the beneficial of us, of the people of the country. Government works in the planned way for the development of the country. Keeping constitution in mind for nation reformation and implementation is done by the government. Now government works in a planned way and for the development of the country. The work of government is to develop the country in a proper planned way. Even government constitutes the law, the reformation and the implementation. It is said for democracy that government is run by the people directly or indirectly through election. As I already told you, that democracy means of the people, by the people, for the people. So, indirectly people are ruling the country because representatives that form government are elected by the people only. There is no alternative of democracy for protection and promotion of human rights. Thus, democratic government is very important for all the development and rights of the people. Now, for the rights of the people and the development of country, or we can say the development of people, democratic government is very important because there is no alternative of democracy for the protection and promotion of human rights. We can study in detail about different other types of government also. So you can compare this thing. The democratic government is the very important government for development and rights of the people. In democratic government, people play an important role. Government also works for the people. As I already told you, democracy is of the people, by the people and for the people. So, people play an important role and government also works for the people, for the benefits of the people only. The tenure of elected government in our country is 5 years. The elected government in democracy, they have fixed time period of 5 years in our country. Next is communist government. In this type of government, the importance of equality or similarity is given to all. Means in communist government, the main important factor is equality or similarity for all. The government working or operating on the basis of communism manages the system of governance on the basis of equality and similarity. Means the government is working on the basis of communism and it manages the system of governance on the basis of equality and similarity. Means in communist government, equality and similarity is the main factor. In many countries of the world, communist government is formed through election. communist government is formed through election in many countries but not in all countries. At present, the existing communist states in the world are in China, Cuba, Laos, and Vietnam. All these have communist ideology at present. There are many examples of some rulers forming a government based on communist ideology and becoming the sole ruler in the long run. There are many examples of rulers also that they formed the government based on communist ideology first, but later on they become the sole ruler, or we can say they become the monarchy. The administration and governance is done considering economical, ideological and intellectual equality among workers, laborers and exploited people. Now, economical means आर्थिक, ideological means वैचारिक and intellectual means बौद्धिक. Means this government administers economical, ideological and intellectual equality among workers, laborers and exploited people. Exploited means शोषित, जिनका हम जैसे बोल सकते हैं इनको कि किसी भी पर्सन को का शोषण करना. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल, ज़्यादा काम लेकर कम सैलरी देना किसी भी पर्सन को, that is also a kind of शोषण. Okay, means exploitation. So this government looks after that no one is exploited, means all have equal rights, all have equality and similarity. So this is the main base of this government, or we can say this government administrates on these factors, equality and similarities. Now, today some rulers who rule individually or forcibly have left communism and adopted monarchy or dictatorship. Communist ideology is known in the world as the leftist ideology. At present, some rulers who rules individually, they have left communism and adopted monarchy, which is also called dictatorship. Now, communist ideology is also known in the world as the leftist ideology. Leftist ideology means politics which supports social equality and often in opposition to social hierarchy. It typically involves a concern for those in society whom it's perceived as disadvantaged relative to others, as well as a belief that there are unjustified inequalities that need to be reduced or abolished. As I already told you that it administrates considering the people economically, ideologically and intellectual equality, and especially among workers, laborers and exploited people. Now next is monarchy. In this type of government, any one person governs as a ruler. Generally, the title of ruler is inherited. Now, in monarchy, or in other words, we can say dictatorship. So, in this type of government, one person rules the whole country, and generally, it is the title of inherited also. Means inherited means वंशानुगत बोलते हैं ना जिसको, कि जो राजा है फिर उसका बेटा ही राजा बनेगा, like that is inherited. People do not have right to choose their ruler in this type of governance. Means common people do not have right to choose their representative or ruler. Today, monarchy is seen in some countries of the world. Nowadays also, monarchy seen in some countries of the world. In monarchy, the ruler takes the decisions keeping himself in the center. Now, in democracy, people are in the center while making decisions. But in monarchy, the ruler takes the decisions and also keeping himself in the center. Means he looks only for his benefits. He cares for his benefits, not for the people. The decision taken by one person here is considered the final. Emphasis is placed on the well-being and convenience of the ruler rather than people's. Now, in this, decisions are taken by only the one person, that means ruler. And once the ruler announces something, that is the final. And ruler does not even think about well-being or convenience of people. It is totally depends on the ruler only. And when one person rules, it is on the country or on some other thing. When one person rules, it always looks or care for his benefits only. So monarchy is the system in which only one person rules as a ruler, and it keeps himself in the center. Now, next is the values of democracy. We have seen that rule is carried out at local level, state level and national level. Democracy functions for the upliftment of living standard and well-being of the people. Now, we already seen that in our country we have democracy. So now we are going to study about the values of democracy. Democracy is carried out in 3 levels: local level, state level and national level. And democracy functions means the main function of this democracy is to upliftment of living standard and well-being of the people, because democracy is not self-centered, but it is keeping the people in the center while taking the decisions. People and their needs are kept in the center while planning for the future. Democratic rulers govern the government so that the people cast vote in their favor. Now, in democracy, rulers govern the government. And who are these rulers? These rulers are elected by the people only. So, they work for the people so that again in next election also people give vote for them. Democratic values are preserved on the basis of constitution. Development and well-being of the people are given importance. In democratic system, development and well-being of people are the main aims. Means people are giving more importance. Common people or the people are given more importance. And mainly the development and well-being of the people. Means democratic rulers rule the country for the benefit of the people. And it is the system in which people are in the center, benefits of people are in the center while planning the future. In democracy, the government must make plans and schemes to ensure equality, security and convenience to everybody. Now, in democracy, when the government plans or schemes or for the future, it ensures that each people gets equality, each people gets security and the plan is convenient to everybody. So this is the main aim, that democracy is the government which keeps people in the center while planning the future, so that all gets equality, security and also convenience. Okay, so these are the main values of democracy. As I already discussed about it, that democracy means of the people, by the people, for the people. Means people are ruling and they are keeping people in the center, benefits of people in the center while planning the future. Next is government and laws. Now, framing of laws is the work of government. All should follow the laws. Various laws have important place for working of government. Now, what is the work of government? The work of government is framing of laws. First, framing of laws and then implementation. And all should follow the laws which was made by government. Various laws have important place for working of government. Means government made laws so that the work done smoothly. So all should follow these laws so that the work goes smoothly and the government also works smoothly. Government has power to amend laws along with their implementation. Means this power is government has this power to amend laws and also implementation of law. People can challenge the government laws. If people thinks that the law which was implemented by government is not more beneficial, then people have right to challenge the government law in democracy. People can seek cooperation of courts for their rights and against injustice done to them. If any injustice done by anyone to any other person, so there are courts which are formed by government for seeking cooperation and for getting justice, so that the government maintains law and order. So we must follow the laws. In the context of the law or procedures of the government, when people feel that they are not implemented properly, they can raise their voice in the court. So as I already told you, that if people are not satisfied with the law implemented by the government, that it is not implemented properly, so the people can raise their voice in the court against that law. And again, what happens? Ruler or people who governs the government has to reform the law and then implement again. The court may suggest or order the government for various issues wherever the need is felt. So then what happened? The court may suggest or order the government for various issues. If any issue or any loophole or maybe any not satisfactory implementation of any law is done by government, so common people raise their voice in the court and court may order the government for various issues and reformation of the law where the need is felt. So all these are the government and laws which are in democracy, which are framing by the government and then implemented by the government. So here I am going to conclude the chapter, and if you have any query or any doubt, then ask in the interactive query session. Till then, bye bye, take care.